Welcome back to Movies In. Today, we're heading back to Swellview for a look at the young superheroes who made Nickelodeon's Danger Force so entertaining. The series premiered in 2020 as a spin-off of Henry Danger. It brought back Captain Man and Schwoz. But this time, they had 4 new superhero trainees: Choppa, Miles, Mika, and Bose. The series ran for 3 seasons before ending in 2024. But now, it's 2026. So how old is the cast today? Who is the youngest? Who is the oldest? And how much have these Nickelodeon stars changed since the show began? Let's count down the main cast, from youngest to oldest. Let's start with the youngest member of the main cast, Havan Flores. She played Choppa, the energetic superhero who becomes known as Volt. Choppa has the ability to control electricity, and her personality is just as explosive as her powers. Havan Flores was born on November 20, 2007. That makes her 18 years old in 2026. She began performing at a young age, developing her skills in acting, singing, and dancing. Before Danger Force, she appeared in the short film Harmonica Man. Then came her breakthrough role as Choppa. Today, Havan is still very young, and her entertainment career is only beginning. She has plenty of time to explore new roles, and perhaps move far beyond the superhero world that made her famous. Next, Luca Luhan. He played Bose O'Brien, better known by his superhero name, Brainstorm. Bose has telekinetic abilities, but his personality is sometimes even more entertaining than his superpower. He's funny, confused, and often finds himself in ridiculous situations. Luca Luhan was born on August 7, 2006. That makes him 20 years old in 2026. Before Danger Force, he appeared in projects including Annabelle Comes Home and Mixed-ish. He also appeared as Bose in Henry Danger before becoming one of the main stars of Danger Force. Now at 20, Luca has officially moved from child actor to young adult performer, and his career is still developing. Now, Terrence Little Gardenhigh. He played Miles Macklin, whose superhero identity is AWOL. Miles has the ability to teleport, which sounds incredibly useful. Unfortunately, his personality sometimes gets him into trouble before his powers can save him. Terrence was born on April 20, 2007. That makes him 19 years old in 2026. He began acting as a child, and appeared in productions including Coffee and Kareem and Ada Twist, Scientist. After Danger Force, he continued acting. He also appeared in Everybody Still Hates Chris, playing Drew. So while fans may still remember him as Miles, Terrence is already building a career beyond Swellview. Next, Dana Heath. She played Mika Macklin, Miles's sister. Her superhero identity is Shoutout, and her special ability is an incredibly powerful sonic scream. Mika is energetic, confident, and definitely not afraid to speak her mind. Dana Heath was one of the youngest stars when Danger Force premiered. According to current cast listings, she is 20 years old in 2026. She started performing at a young age, and Danger Force became one of her biggest early roles. Today, she's entering a new stage of her career, moving from child and teen roles toward more mature acting opportunities. It will be interesting to see where she goes next. Now, we're moving into the adult cast. And first, the man who started it all, Cooper Barnes. He played Ray Manchester, better known as Captain Man. Captain Man is practically indestructible, and has been protecting Swellview for years. Barnes originally became famous through Henry Danger, before returning as one of the central stars of Danger Force. He also served as an executive producer on the series. Born in 1979, Cooper Barnes is 47 years old in 2026. That means there is almost a 3-decade age difference between him and some of the youngest Danger Force stars. And that's one reason the dynamic worked so well. Captain Man wasn't just their superhero mentor. He was also the adult responsible for trying to keep 4 chaotic teenagers under control, which wasn't always easy. And finally, the oldest of the 6 main stars, Michael D. Cohen. He played Schwoz, Captain Man's brilliant inventor. Schwoz creates the gadgets, machines, weapons, and ridiculous inventions that keep the team moving. Michael D. Cohen was already an experienced performer before joining the Henry Danger universe. He returned as Schwoz for Danger Force. Born in 1975, he is 50 years old in 2026. His character brought a completely different kind of comedy to the series. While Captain Man relied on strength, Schwoz relied on his brain, and together, they created one of Nickelodeon's most entertaining superhero partnerships. So let's put the main cast in order. Starting with the youngest. Number 1, Havan Flores. Born in 2007. She is 18. Number 2, Terrence Little Gardenhigh. Born in 2007. He is 19. Number 3, Luca Luhan. Born in 2006. He is 20. Number 4, Dana Heath. She is also 20 in 2026. Number 5, Cooper Barnes. Born in 1979. He is 47. And finally, number 6, Michael D. Cohen. Born in 1975. He is 50. The age gap between the youngest and oldest main cast members is an incredible 32 years. Yet somehow, they created a team that felt completely believable. Looking at the cast in 2026, it's amazing to remember how young some of them were when Danger Force began. Havan Flores, Luca Luhan, Terrence Little Gardenhigh, and Dana Heath were all still teenagers. Now, they're young adults. Their careers are entering a completely new chapter. And then you have Cooper Barnes and Michael D. Cohen, the veterans of the group, who had already established themselves through Henry Danger. The show may have ended in 2024, but the careers of these actors are far from over. Some are continuing with acting, some are exploring different projects, and others are still figuring out exactly where they want their careers to go. That's what makes a then and now story so interesting. We're not just watching people get older, we're watching young performers grow up. When Danger Force premiered in 2020, nobody knew exactly how audiences would respond to a new team of young superheroes. But the combination of Captain Man, Schwoz, and the 4 young recruits created something that connected with Nickelodeon viewers. The series eventually ran for 3 seasons and 63 episodes, with its final episode airing on February 21, 2024. And even though the series has ended, the characters remain part of the larger Henry Danger universe. For fans, Choppa will always be Volt, Miles will always be AWOL, Mika will always be Shoutout, Bose will always be Brainstorm, and Captain Man will always be Captain Man. But now, it's 2026, the youngest cast members are growing into adulthood, and the older stars continue their careers. So the next time you watch an episode of Danger Force, remember, you aren't just watching a Nickelodeon superhero comedy. You're watching the early chapters of the careers of a group of young actors who still have many more stories to tell.